Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord Modded, and you can see we're currently on a barter screen. Now, this is something that I've wanted to do for quite some time, considering we actually reached the threshold of gaining everything has a price, the amazing perk that I absolutely loved in previous versions of Bannerlord. And we gained this a while ago, and I haven't been able to use it until now. At least I'm going to attempt to use it. Unfortunately, it appears as though most vassals are very hesitant, even though I have the perk to be able to cooperate. And it might be because this guy doesn't really like me. He's negative 23. And that is obviously because I executed one of their vassals without truly knowing who's honorable and who's not honorable. You know what I mean? So basically my whole plan has been somewhat foiled by my own ineptitude, but hopefully that is not going to last, because of course every single time we do something nice for these guys, like letting them go after a battle or whatever, things can get better and better and better. And if it's a large battle and we let, 4 or 5 vassals from the same clan go, then all the better, right? All the better. So yes, anyway, as you can see right here, I'm attempting to get Drovraz Castle from this guy, and you can see here that he really does not care about that. He does not care about that in the least, even if I give him all of my money. Absolutely every single little bit of it. So what about if he... Oh, a straight trade is absolutely fine with him, but I'm actually not going to do that. Shall we try? No. No. Yeah, so as you can see, they've made it much harder to use everything has a price to get various fiefs under your control. There's Drovraz Castle, by the way. It's all the way down there. Jamaya Castle is actually in a pretty bad place, so I'm thinking that we might even want to do the trade. We might want to do that, but let's just take a quick look at what the kinds of villages they have here are. Dates and Azurai horses, and what does the other castle have? Salt and olives. Okay, I'm actually thinking that this might be better. So I think what we'll do is we'll send another... I'm not entirely sure if I can trade with him again, but hopefully we will be able to. I'm sending a messenger thanks to the diplomacy mod, and hopefully I'll be able to... Yes, here we go. Okay, fantastic. So let's do a straight trade then, shall we? So how much can he actually give me? Oh, he can give me all of his cash. Give me your horses too. There we go. Give me your horses as well, and some beer. Oh, he's not willing to give that away. Okay, that's actually hilarious. Okay, right. So let's do that. Boom. All right, fantastic. So now this is exactly how everything has a price works. Basically, you have a fief, and they have a fief, and then you trade, or then you buy it if you have a lot of money. And well, unfortunately, I don't seem to have enough, which is, in my opinion, a little bit... I think it's a little bit too drastic, possibly. I think the amount that you need to be able to purely buy out a town is way too much. I think you need way too much to make that work. But, yeah, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? On the one hand, I think that it's probably pretty balanced, because you're probably going to be in a situation where you're just basically buying up everything that you can within arm's reach, pretty much. But on the other hand, I think making it too difficult to gain these fiefs through everything has a price basically makes the perk completely useless, which is actually kind of sad, because I really love this perk. I think the perk makes a huge difference to the overall feel of the game. So as soon as you unlock this perk, everything changes. Dramatic changes can take effect very, very quickly, and it's all dependent on your own input as the player, which I very much value. I think it changes everything so nicely and gives you many more options. Anyway, we've made peace with the Royalist Vlandians, as you could maybe tell, because obviously I'm not fighting them at the moment. But yeah, I was basically just about to join the siege at Ortisia, and then they decided to make peace, and as you can see, they're paying us 940 dinars, which is obviously not exactly great. Anyway, there is still a massive amount of support for a war against the Azurai, and I'm thinking we're probably going to do that. So let's actually just take a quick look. Oh, there's actually some support growing for the Western Empire War, which is probably going to be pretty nice for us. But for the moment, we're going to propose this. And that's what we're going to try and do. So let's see. I don't know how it's going to go, but I can assume because we have a pretty decent combat strength bonus in comparison to the opponent, we should be okay. So if we can maybe hunt down a couple of their vassals, like this guy, for example, then I think I'll be quite happy with that. Let's see if am I faster than this guy? 4.8, 4.5, but what about in nighttime? I think in nighttime I might be faster than he is. Alright, so it looks like we finally caught up with one of these guys. Actually, wait a minute. Oh, he wants to surrender. Oh, that's kind of sad. I actually wanted to go into a barter screen with him, but I don't think he has anything anyway, does he? He's actually dishonorable. That's fantastic. Okay, I might actually be able to execute this guy without having any issues whatsoever then. Okay, so does he have anything? It doesn't seem like he actually owns anything. I don't think. It doesn't seem like it, but there we go. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's capture him. Okay, so there we go. So we, actually technically not me, but Sylvind has captured him. Okay, so I'm going to need to speak to him immediately and get him dead, I guess. That's the only thing I can really do. So let's actually, wait a minute. Quickly. Let's go and speak to Sylvind real fast. She can then give us... there we go, the transfer, fantastic, and there we are. Perfect. Okay, so now, yeah, this is hopefully going to work the way that I envisage it's going to work, because as you can see, he is negative honor. So this is going to be very interesting to see what happens. Execute him. It does say that I'm going to get those relation decreases, but I'm going to do it. There we go, we gained a huge amount of stuff. I obviously have no idea what some of this is, but yeah, there you go. That's pretty nice. Oh yeah, you can also see here, by the way, I'm using the locking system again. Now, someone told me about this, and yeah, okay, here's the thing. If you haven't seen some of my older series, then you won't know this. But I used to use the locking system all the time. I even used to have a mod that basically auto-locked horses and food and expensive items for me, so I didn't have to do it myself. And yeah, I just haven't re-downloaded that mod in quite some time, so I might forget every now and again to actually lock some stuff, but you can see here that it's not really that big a deal. So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it happens. If I forget, then I forget, and that's just how it's going to be. But generally, I do know about the function, so you don't have to worry about that. But I do appreciate you letting me know and reminding me of that fact. Anyway, we are now at war against the Azerai, as I said, and as you can see, we obviously took that guy prisoner, and... oh, Iarlis' army is right here. Hello there, sir. I will be murdering you very quickly, actually. Let's see. Can I... oh, yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, they changed that, didn't they? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that particular choice to change the way that it works to persuade enemy vassals, because if they're in an army, it's impossible to persuade them to join your faction. Which, in my opinion, is quite sad, because they spend almost 90% of the time, if they're on a campaign, in an army of some kind. So it obviously makes things very, very difficult to get any additional reinforcements from alternate factions. Oh, this is absolutely awful. Okay, yeah, see ya. No, I'm not fighting here. I do not want to fight here at all. I would love to fight somewhere else. So if this guy could literally just run along and fight, maybe a little bit further away from the village. I really don't want to fight in a village. That's the only thing I really do not like to do in this game. Especially Azerai villages. And especially that map in particular. That is one of those that I really... ooh, it grinds my gears. It grinds my gears so hard, I really just do not want to go in there. And it is just... oh, it really infuriates me to fight on that map, because it is very limiting. it feels like it's one of those maps that you just really don't want to fight on. It's like that Warband map. If you've played Warband, then you'll know that there's a particular siege map in Warband that basically puts you up against so many different archer nests as you walk into the courtyard of the castle, which, by the way, is pretty easy because the gate or door, it has already been destroyed. But that's the problem. You go inside the courtyard and then it's an absolute killing field. It is an absolute killing field at that point because you go in there, you're shot from the back, you're shot from the left, you're shot from the right, you're shot from in front. There's so many ways that you can die in that siege map. And in my opinion, while that is an extremely high difficulty map, at least I think so, the village that I refused to fight on just now, that is not that difficult, but it's just annoying. You know what I mean? It's just annoying, and I really didn't want to go through that. So this is much more fun in my opinion. This is one of those maps which I think is really nicely balanced because it has trees, it has hills, it has long, you know, wide open fields, and it's all fantastic looking as well. I mean, look at the bloom that we have there, the sun shafts happening as well. I like this. I like this map a great deal. So I'm pretty happy that we could get out of that village one. Yeah, I don't usually say that kind of thing, that I don't like, you know, a particular map that much. But generally, that map is probably the worst. I really do not like it at all. And yeah, I'm just thankful that you can actually retreat without any penalty as long as you have not engaged the enemy just yet. So in my opinion, that's a really, really nice system, and I personally like that quite a lot. And some of the time you can't do that. I think maybe if you are the one that gets attacked, I'm not entirely sure if you can, but you used to be able to do this in Warband where you could literally go into a battle, and then if you didn't like the look of the map, you could literally just get out of there. You could just get out of there, retreat, and then go back in, and then it would give you a new map seed, and it would generate a new one. Obviously, it's not procedurally generated or anything, but there's like 2 or 3 maps, you know, assigned to that particular area on the overworld map. And I was not really wanting to do a siege battle anyway. I mean, not a siege battle, a village battle anyway. But the option is there if you want to fight in the village, of course. I think it probably works the same way in Bannerlord, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, let's see if I can maybe do some... How dare you? Take this. We're actually getting a pretty good run of crossbow shots going off here, which is really quite rare. Usually I'm going to get murdered in some way by the enemy, but thankfully they seem to be ignoring me for the most part, which I very much appreciate, fellows. I very much appreciate that. Anyway, let's see if I can maybe do some damage here. I wanted to actually go for some couch lancers, but I thought maybe some regular thrusts might be a little bit more effective. A little bit higher damage, a little bit higher DPS, shall we say, damage per second if you don't know MMORPG terminology. But yes, that would be, this is pretty good, you know, that's pretty good, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to tell my infantry to charge in now. I believe we are basically done. Gonna tell my archers to auto-delegate, because you never know if they're going to get assaulted in some way, and I don't want them to just randomly charge in. And I want them to be a bit adaptive, dependent on if they need to. And we're gonna try and shoot this guy if I can. Nice. We did actually hit him, but unfortunately, he seems to be getting away. I can't believe he's still alive, to be honest. Oh, there we go. Now he's done. Now he's done. Okay, fantastic. I'm actually kind of surprised that no one has died here, because Ealis has 1, 2... Oh. Okay. I actually thought he had many more vassals in his army, but he only has 2. So, yeah. I guess there's also that. Anyway, we're going to go zoom in just a second, but I want to do... Oh. That was kind of sad, wasn't it? Oh well, never mind. Let's just let this go zoom. Hopefully I'm not going to get shot or poked in the face to death at super fast speeds. But yes, should be okay. And there it is. Not too bad. And we only took a grand total of 16 casualties, which I very much appreciate. And now we're going to be moving on. Alright, so as I've said multiple times before, I'm basically going to try and let every single person go unless they are a dishonorable vassal. It seems like she is not, so we are going to let her go anyway. And not going to take any units here, not going to take any prisoners either, because I generally just want to be running around as fast as I possibly can in enemy territory. Oh, really? That was it? So Sylvan has taken the other guy prisoner, I assume, right? Ah, there's a cooldown. Why is there a cooldown? To speak to one of my own clan members. Oh well, never mind. It shouldn't be too long, right? I actually thought this guy's name was Pokemon for a second. That is actually hilarious. Okay, well, whatever the case. It's been about 12 hours. Can I speak to you now? No. Okay, so question. Why is there a cooldown on bartering at all? Like, okay, yeah, sure. I think it's probably respectable for it to have like a maybe 3-day cooldown against an enemy, potentially, because maybe, you know, you don't want to have people continually speaking to the same guy to, I don't know, try and buy his fief or something like that. But generally, what about your own clan members? Why is there a cooldown on that? That doesn't really make that much sense in my opinion, but oh well. Never mind. Okay, so we do have an army over here, which we could potentially join. And we have an army over there. Oh, now this is perfect. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go down here, and we're going to see what we can do to try and take this town. I think that's going to be very, very important for us. I have to be very careful, by the way, as well, because I really do not want to be in a situation where I meet a massive army, and then I'm, you know, out in the middle of nowhere and completely dead. So hopefully that's not going to happen. Can we actually go across here? Oh, that's really cool. Oh no! That's a massive army. Okay, this is a bit problematic, isn't it? There's only 370 here. Oh, I'm moving faster than these people in nighttime, but not at daytime. That's actually funny. Okay. Where are you going? Oh yes, of course. Okay, so now my town is under siege. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do too much about this, because while I do have a decent garrison in there, it is not the most amazing, so it is going to be a bit touch and go whether we're going to be able to defend this. It very much needs... Yamina? Yamina only has 180. This guy is besieging something, so it's highly unlikely that anything's going to happen there. And we have 900... How many in here? 324. That's actually amazing. That's a good amount of people in the garrison. Okay, we might be okay. They're going to lose a lot of units. They are going to lose huge amounts of units in this attack. And I might be able to go in there and actually do something just before Askar gets taken. Look! My forces are doing fantastically well. I'm actually really surprised that they're doing so great. But okay, let's actually just take a quick look. I can't even see their composition because there's such a huge amount of units in here. Okay, 100. I was hopeful that they'd get them up down to about... Ah, no, that's too late. Okay, I'm gonna have to go in here. Alright, so, unfortunately, Askar just got taken. Askar just got taken. I literally was going straight at him, and it just got taken. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know whether we're going to be achieving anything here. But there are only 24 villagers in the garrison. We would be able to take it back very easily. It is just a case of us winning in this particular field battle. Oh no. Oh, it's one of these. It's one of these. Oh dear. Alright, I have very little cavalry, so this is going to be a bit painful potentially, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. First off, best way to fight this map? What do you think it is? Well, pretty obvious, right? Get to the high ground. Yes, I have the high ground, Anakin, and so on. Ah, yes. Okay, well, let's see if I can maybe do that. Seems a little bit too rocky for my archers, and there's a huge amount of... you know what? Maybe we'll be able to do it. Maybe we can do it. Let's just see whether I can make it work. If I can't, then, well, that's just how it has to be. But I would love to be able to get my archers up here. If I can get my archers up here, it's going to be an absolutely wonderful, wonderful thing. What? I thought that was a headshot.
Infantry! Form a shield! Cavalry! Everyone! Arrow! Follow your sergeants!
Alright, we're going to tell our archers to skirmish right here, and we're going to tell our other guys to charge in now, because these guys are right on top of us. They knew that... See, that's the thing. They knew what we were trying to do, and they were trying very hard to try and intercept us and stop us from pulling it off, because if we had gotten solidified here, and in a completely untouchable position, then this would have been absolutely fantastic. But unfortunately, it seems like we are taking a massive amount of casualties. The enemy is also taking really, really big casualties too, so it is not just us. Okay, I've got to be really careful here. I really do not want to die. I'm going to have to tell them to auto-delegate at this point, because I'm not entirely sure what we should really do here, so I'm just going to let them decide, and then I don't have to really worry about them. They seem to be retreating, actually. I'm not entirely sure whether I would agree with that, because they're retreating at a moment when the enemy is also retreating, and that is causing us to lose potential kills. Oh, I lost my horse. That's fantastic. Oh, this guy's got a one-handed. Ugh. You beat me, sir. I will go over here and ride this camel. This is my camel. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Please. Thank you. Whew. I almost didn't make it. I almost didn't make it over here. Okay, this is going to be one of the slowest mounts that we've ever seen, but it is going to be a mount nevertheless. I'm not sure what to make of this, to be honest. I mean, here's the thing, okay? So, right now, in this particular position, we are probably going to achieve victory. But if the enemy decides to come at us again with their infantry and their archers at the same time, we will probably be in a situation where we may lose. So it is all down to what the enemy decides to do. Because at the moment, we are achieving victory just by well, basically pure luck at this point, because the AI is really not doing as they should. And we're getting a couple of kills, a couple of kills here and there, but generally the AI's cavalry is making some pretty big errors in judgment, because they are just running in here, not really doing what they should be doing, which is obviously supporting their infantry and archers when they go in. But of course, I don't really mind that. If they don't want to go in at the same time, then that's absolutely fine with me. It just means that I have more of an opportunity to survive. My camo is about to die as well. And there's a lot of archers. Okay, I'm going to have to... I'm so sorry, Camel. I'm very sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to have to get out my crossbow here. Nice headshot. Yes. Because I think, at this point, what we have to realize is that cavalry is a very significant part of an army's combat strength. And if we can thin out the amount of cavalry that they have, this is going to be very, very nice. So let me actually just see here. What is this? It's an axe. Perfect. All right. This is actually... Oh, now I found some mounts. Okay, I was actually going to switch to using one-handed and go for some infantry combat. But if I have the ability to ride a horse now, I've basically just gotten rid of my best weapon. Oh, okay, never mind. Apparently I'm doing some pretty decent damage with this. That's not too bad, I suppose. I'm going to try and weaken them up a little bit. Maybe do a couple of headshots, please. Just a few. Wouldn't mind a little bit, please. Okay, my army's going in there. This is looking pretty bad. If they receive more... Yeah, they've received... They got the reinforcements. They got the reinforcements. So this is bad. Okay, so... Because they've received the reinforcements, they are probably going to... Oh, no. They might not. They might not. If they are running... Oh, yes, this is fantastic. Okay. Come on, guys. Yes. Okay, there we go. That is exactly what we wanted them to do. We wanted them to get a little bit flustered. We wanted them to run away at the first sign of a problem, and that is exactly what they are doing. Of course, they are a little bit more skirmish than anything else, which I think is a little bit worrying in itself, because that means that the enemy still has a little bit of confidence in their ability to win. But you can see by the combat strength, we're very even right now. Extremely even. I'm kind of worried. Especially considering I'm not actually getting any kills right now, because most of the enemy are putting up their shields. I think I might die. I'm very close to dying right now. Nice hit. Can we get a little bit more? Nice. Oh, I really wanted to kill that guy. Oh well, never mind. I think my people are fighting some random fights up here, and this is causing us to actually lose the battle at the front, which is really bad. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay, yeah, I think we might be done. Fellas. I think we might be done. Oh, if only I had just done a little bit more damage, or generally, if only I had done, well, something better. I don't know. Ah, there goes my horse, and I'm gonna get shot while I'm on the floor, maybe. Alright, that is indeed it. I don't believe I'm going to be able to do anything else. As you can see, the enemy has 86 units still remaining, and we only have 27. So I'm going to try and retreat, because we might be able... No, we won't be able to get away from this, unfortunately. And they have taken Askar. Yeah, see, now, that's the point. I really wanted to try and win this, just for the sake of being able to go back into Askar, and then seeing what we could do. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. However, now bear this in mind. This was one of the strongest armies that I've ever seen the Aserai have. And we, and I mean my faction, still has an army of 650 plus and an army of 225 plus, which is, in my opinion, still pretty good. That's not bad. That means they're still going to be able to make some kind of headway against the opponent, and I'm hopeful that they'll be able to do that. So let's just go and just do an auto resolve right here. Unfortunately, that is going to be a defeat. Hopefully they're not going to steal anything too amazing from me. It doesn't seem like they're actually stealing anything right now. Have they? You lose relations by... Oh my... Okay, one of my companions was literally just executed. You know, I could have been executed as well, by the way. That's also something that you have to realize. Because of the Executioner mod, I can be executed by the opponents. And it all depends on your relation with them. If they are negative enough with you, they do have the ability to do that, if they so desire. So... that's very interesting in my opinion. Anyway, I've basically lost everything. I have nothing in my inventory. Oh no, I do still have stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just don't have any horses. Yeah. Well, thankfully I'm at Askar, so I should be all right. Oh no, look what how does he have 700 units again? How does he have 700 units? I have no idea. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. Okay, he's asking for 37,000. I guess I'll accept the offer just so that I can escape right here. But you can see right now that I have basically nothing. I have nothing at all, actually. Can I... I really would have wanted to go in here and actually just buy some horses real quick. Because I'm moving... I'm actually not moving that slowly, but yeah. Okay, maybe we can work out something. 11,000, sure. Take it. Whatever. That's the kind of thing that you're going to have to do in these kinds of situations. But thankfully, now here's the thing. I always have a town to fall back on, which I very much appreciate. Because if I didn't, this would be a very, very painful experience. But yeah, thankfully I am okay. And we're just going to lose a little bit of cash getting away from here. But it's not going to be too bad because, well, thankfully just one of our companions was executed and none of the others. I don't know where Sylvind is. I really do need to find out where our wife is because she's obviously really good, so it would be nice to keep her around. Oh, she was last seen at Askar 1 day ago. I assume she is still in prison. Let's just take a quick look at the clan screen. Yeah, she's still in prison right there. Can't believe we didn't pay for her to escape as well, but, you know, oh well, never mind. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Unfortunately, eventful. In the wrong way, to be honest, but well, hopefully the fight that we had was rather enjoyable. I thought it was enjoyable at the very least, but unfortunately they just had too many units. That was the point. They outnumbered us, and I don't know. I probably could have played it better, but you live and learn, I guess. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.